Yeah, it's the REKK Report. Rekkhan's in the building, giving you the raw and uncut. You know how I do. Sit back, relax. Welcome to my world. We getting it in. Let's get this started. It's the REKK Report.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the REKK Report. Today, what are we talking about today? Joe Biden. Joe Biden has pardoned like thousands of people for, small marijuana possession and, just saying, hey man, you can get out of there, you know what I'm saying? But for anybody that's out there who do got people who have like weed cases, you know what I'm saying, don't get all, rejoiced and everything right now, because this is mainly for federal. This is like federal pardons, which is, a lot of cats who got weed cases and stuff like that. They're not considered fed cases. They're just simple possession sort of thing. So when you see it, you got to read between the lines. It's like the small substance, what I'm saying? But it's like on a federal level. So it's not on a state to state thing, level at this point. So I think the reason why he's doing it is just he's hoping that it can spill into the states and it can end up becoming a state by state, law to kind of like, get these guys out of here. Let's be real, weed is legal, so why are people locked up for weed? So, but like I said, there's a lot of people like, they're like, oh man, they're rejoicing. Oh God. I'm like, dude, this is for fed cases. If you got a fed weed case, then it's a possibility that you'll be good. But it's all about the amount, I guess, simple, I don't know, substance, a small amount or whatever the situation is. I don't know. When it comes down to fed cases, I think of a more of weight. So I don't know what they consider small substances, but obviously it's something on a federal level. So that still means that states don't have to abide by it. It's up to those individual states. Because like I said, me being in Chicago, it's a lot of cats I know who got like weed cases from like back in the days that serve hard time for weed related stuff. Weed related crimes, man. I mean, mainly possession. A lot of cats getting caught up in their cars with weed back in the days. You in there finna do some time. Like, so I think this is probably going to spill over into a lot of like lawsuits, but we just got legal, and not everywhere, but it's still, it's strictly, it's legal now. But a lot of people are like, man, Joe Biden, he's doing it for, like, dude, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? This man was part of that, that whole, conglomerate of people who helped to pass the crime bill back in the 90s. That was just basically just getting any cat, just possession, years. You get years for time. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's I mean, it was a campaign promise that he made back in the days. So when he was running, so I give him that. At least he followed through on that. But at the same time, the people that he's that's probably end up getting pardoned is probably people that was they got locked up through that crime bill back in the days. But anyway, it's a lot of cats are kind of like feeling like, I don't know how to think about this, what to think about this, because my cousin's still locked up and he's still going through what he's going for a weed case. This is like I said, it's on a federal level. So state by state, they can still kind of, nah, we ain't gotta let you out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to review your case and all this other type of stuff. And a lot of people, who are locked up for regular possession, it's like regular possession cases. Those are as simple as you can get it. You know what I'm saying? You got a small little stash in your ashtray or something on you. You know what I'm saying? They always say the intent to distribute and all that other type of stuff. They'll throw anything at you in order to give you that time. So it's a lot of cats been serving a lot of time for some stuff that's, you can go to any dispensary and get, you know what I'm saying? I ain't say for free, but you got to pay for it, but it's legal. It's a good step in the right direction of trying to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, to get this stuff off these cats' record, man. And so they can move on with their lives and try to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's their next moves. But yo, I'm just telling y'all, just don't get too happy, and don't get too, you know, too comfortable and saying, oh yeah, he doing all right. And this happens around the time, like I said, when it comes down to, I guess, you know, these election years and stuff like that, man. And you see a lot of these things are getting passed and processed because, you know, they pushing these states to kind of like follow suit, which is good. But at the same time, it's like, really, you know what I'm saying? Why now? Why now? This stuff should have been in the process a long time ago. Once they basically let, you know what I'm saying, started having these dispensaries and all that stuff like this, you know, being legal. But it's a slow process. But like I said, this is something that this man signed a hate bill the first day he was in office. He couldn't sign this whole process right now, but it just conveniently comes around the time where November elections are jumping off. So it's always an angle. It's always a little. So y'all got to read between that stuff, man. And, you know, stop saying, give it, oh, man, he's doing all right. Good old Joe. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. It's political. It's a ploy. It's something for him to, you know, attach himself to say, yeah, I'm doing good. Like, this is something that you're supposed to been did a long time ago. You know, I guess when you first got in office. So, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion about it, you know, sold it. Don't smoke it. But, you know, I know the process. If I, you know, get caught up on some possession, I like to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's in the intent to distribute type of sort of thing. I'm like, yeah, okay. But for a lot of y'all out there who think that this is, you know, he's doing something, I guess, miraculous and great, I'm like, nah, it's already illegal. You know what I'm saying? Already legal. If he was doing it to the point like when it was in the process of being legal, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But it's like, man, you doing this now. Everything that politicians and stuff like that do, they do it. It's a time. It's a process. It's like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to leak this out this time. We're going to leak this out at this time. Just, it's strategically placed. So look between the lines, man, and stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Just stop. Like I said, your cousin, your friend, or whoever you know that they got a weed case, who served years for weed, you know what I'm saying, for a marijuana case, and was probably just smoking. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be a while for they end up getting out of there. They got this stuff that got to get reviewed. We got a lot of that stuff going on out here in Illinois that they're reviewing case by case by case and trying. I'm like, dude, just let them all go. You know what I'm saying? Just let them go. Just let them go and let them try to piece their lives back together, man. After getting pulled over on their way to work with a roach in their ashtray. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, somebody asked me to talk about it, so I just told them, I was like, well, you know, that's the big picture, the pardon of thousands of you know, but it's on a federal level. It's on a federal level. It's not on the state to state level, whatever state you live in. It's not. It's pretty much kind of hopefully is a lead up to having the states themselves, individual states, kind of like, okay, yeah, let's follow suit and all this. But they think that, you know, anything you doing is you know what I'm saying, you're violent, you know what I'm saying, you if you was selling weed, you was smoking weed, or whatever the situation was, you're a criminal. That's all they see. Hopefully this will happen, not just get them getting pardoned, but it'll expunge it off their record. It'll get it off their record altogether, because it should have never been there. So, and unless you was flying like pounds and all these kilos and all this stuff in the planes, transporting that stuff from here to there, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, stop tripping on the weed man. Stop tripping on the weed man. Stop tripping on the weed girl or whatever. I'm like, dude, this is, hey, cigarettes is illegal. Been legal. I'm like, yo, they cause cancer. So, but I'm like, y'all been giving cats hard times. Cats in jail for possession for years. Stop. But I'm gonna end it right there, man. I'm just like, yo, hey, if it works out that it benefits everybody, or if it benefits like the rest of the country, cool. Not just the people who have Fed cases. Because it seems like it's just going to, on a federal level, it's just the Fed cases and the small substance of the Fed stuff. But like I said, when I think of that, I think of something of a larger scale. I mean, when it comes down to, Fed cases. Fed cases and regular possessions and intent to distribute and all that other type of stuff. It varies on the amount, I guess, but I want to know their grading scale on how they figure what's the weight, this, that, or whatever, because it's cats that I know, like I said, that's been locked up for years for just for having a roach in their ashtray or having something in their pocket. Like, yo, this is me time. I want to, I'm off work. I want to smoke. Woo. But anyway, hopefully, you get something out of this. You wanted to know what I know. I'm telling you what I know. It's still all crap. It's all crap, man. It's something that could have been done, but it's like they just use it as a political thing to kind of like get you motivated. Like, oh, he did this. Let's look over this. Nah, dude, it's a reason for all this stuff happening the way it is. So do your research. Just figure out like why things happen the way they do. Cause it's a lot of things that are put out there. Like they're strategically put out there at the time that they're put out there. So start noticing that stuff. Stop being blind and stop thinking that people have your best interest at heart. Government don't. So stop sitting up here thinking, oh, he's doing all right. Like whatever. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is there's a lot of cats I know personally that are locked up over simple stuff like possession. And they need to be out. They need to have I-bonds. They ain't have to be in this locked up situation because you're turning, you're potentially turning these cats into bigger threats. They end up becoming, because of the bitterness. Like, yo, man, I'm gonna do this, that, or whatever. But I'm like, it's always a what if. But being in this particular seat, I have to let people know, like, yo, it's always an end game. It's always some type of end game in it. So be aware, do some research. I don't know, Google, whatever, read a book, do something to kind of figure out how this whole process work, how the political process and government type of stuff work. Because, once you get that understanding, you're going to be like, you're going to question everything because you need to. Because it's political. So to all my brothers out there that's locked up on some weed cases, man, hey, keep your head up, man. Hopefully y'all be getting out soon, especially in Illinois. I don't know about any place else, but Illinois, they're reviewing all those cases and they're trying to put people out and all the other type of stuff. So they can get these lives back, get these cases expunged off their record so they can move on. And hopefully, as they move on, nobody holds this stuff against them. Nobody holds their past against them. But that's just me talking. That's just me sitting on my soapbox or whatever, or standing on my soapbox or whatever you want to call it, just spreading my opinion. So anyway, y'all be safe. See you when I see you. Peace.
REKK Report.